Pod Chef. Pod Chef. You're listening to Pod Chef. When I say pod, y'all say chef. Pod Chef. You listening to Pod Chef. It's a podcast about Top Chef, and that's a broadcast. It's on TV, and you can watch it. They got 17 seasons, that's a lot, kid. But you can skip those. We do recaps about the whole show. Not the food, though, but the other stuff. Yeah. You're now listening to Pod Chef, the only official podcast about the TV show Top Chef, with your hosts, Jamal, Brian, and Reeves. And I only said their first names because I don't know everyone's last name, and I'm trying to be polite. Now enjoy the show.
So, we're here. It's us. It's the boys. It's the trios, the friends, Pod Chef, the official Top Chef podcast. It's us. Back again to start your week. Lucky you if you're listening.
Kind of feels like an NPR.
I'm not
opening
done.
almost.
I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
Lucky you. Mondays, huh? You woke up, wiped the sleep out of your eye, hit the old snooze button once or twice and said, nah, I gotta get up. I gotta make this money. You reluctantly got up. You're like, what's that smell?
At the starting line.
Engines.
I'm not done.
We have a lot to cover this episode.
Wait,
I know.
Stop interrupting me then so I can get through this.
Also, talk louder. People are going to
I
complain.
was gonna say it's so quiet.
Okay, you know what? Forget it. Forget it. We're back. It's me, your host, Jamal, with Reeves and Brian. And okay, we're here. We're doing 2 episodes in one. We're going to do 2 episodes today.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think it is? I think your mic is set up to pick up from the sides and not from the front. So when you talk on the sides, it's louder versus when you talk in the front.
Why are you talking about?
No, it's on the penis shape. So it's supposed to be getting all around.
But talk on the side now.
Talking on the side.
It's
that
louder.
is better. Yeah.
It's
Better and
louder?
louder.
Yeah.
It's clearer and better and louder.
Why was I doing this then?
I don't know.
That is
All right,
that is
guys.
incredible.
Now it sounds great. It sounds
I'm
like
s-
a great
You were so
microphone now.
clear. Yeah.
Okay, I'm an idiot.
So just for everyone knows, the penis shape on a Yeti microphone means the side.
Mm-hmm. The side. And we fixed it. We're what? 70, 80, 90 episodes in?
Yeah.
We fixed it.
Stupid me.
It happens.
So I guess I got to do the whole intro open
No,
now.
I think this is fun.
No one
I
could
ca-
hear me.
I kind of like to hear it again. Just the way it's supposed to be heard.
Okay, and we're back. We're starting your week, and you're wiping the sleep out of your eyes. And I'm not done. Oh, okay, then you get up and you're at the starting line. Okay, hey, why is my microphone so quiet?
Reluctantly.
Reluctantly. All right, so we're caught up. We're back. We're in it. We're doing 2 episodes in one.
Sort of. I watched the first 15 minutes of the reunion and then I cut it off.
I watched the whole thing, baby. So don't you worry out there, Pod Chef babies. I got you covered. I watched it. I'll let you know. It was
Great.
boring. There's not a lot to talk about.
I watched none of the reunion because those shows are always stupid. So we're going to be talking about 2 episodes and the finale. It's in one of those episodes. But before we get to that, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Doing good?
How am I? How am I doing?
I know. I threw you a curveball here.
I'm good. I am good.
Okay, good.
Thank you for asking.
You're welcome, Brian.
Also good. Doing well. And
Okay.
I appreciate the query.
All right. Let's do predictions for season 19. Let's do them.
Jump right in.
Let's do some predictions for season 19 because we need to get people amped up on what they're going to see. We already know. Tom sent us some spoilers, so we know what's going to happen, so we're going to tell you.
But these aren't related. These aren't some of these. Here's the thing. We won't tell you if they're spoilers or if they're predictions. And that's up to you to decide.
Yeah.
You gotta figure it out. We're gonna leave a little bit of some breadcrumbs,
Yep.
so you'll know. You can figure it out, but we're not gonna tell you directly.
Yeah. And please don't pull any of that gluten-free shit here. with these
Mm-mm.
breadcrumbs. No one told you had to eat them. You just gotta follow them.
I won't follow gluten-free breadcrumbs. I just won't do it.
Mm-mm.
Neither will I. Or gluten-free cookies.
No.
Yeah, because they taste like shit.
And that's a segue to Reeves cookies that he gave me.
Mm-hmm. I gave him some nice cookies.
Reeves gave me some cookies this past weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And I
right. Did
did
you return it? Was it in the Tupperware that
It
Jamal?
was.
Nice.
It was.
Yes.
That's how we do it, folks. If
It's part of
someone
my
gives you
moment of
food in a
joy.
Tupperware, you return that Tupperware with stuff
With
in it.
food. I did also sprinkle some cardamom on it and then put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds to warm it up. Ooh, those almond cookies were kicking.
That's good. I forgot to put the cardamom in it. Big mistake. So we suggested you put a little on top.
Big
Mhm.
mistake.
It was a fucking huge mistake. Not
And
in
if
the
you're-
recipe, an add-on that my wife came up with later. And she was right. Makes it taste better. Too plain
She was
without
right.
it.
She was right.
Prediction,
Um,
season 19.
prediction. Yep.
Mhm.
Let's get the hype train rolling. Choo choo. It's pulling into the station. It's about to take off.
chugga, 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 chugga,
Season
chugga,
19.
chugga, chugga, chugga.
We're in
Mhm.
Houston or Dallas? Houston, we have season 19 because that's the joke that we did.
Yes, yes.
I don't know if we did that. But
And that was a joke to our listeners.
Mhm.
Brian, of course, knows where the show is taking place.
Yeah.
We know
We all know.
everything.
Yeah, I
We
was
all
tricking you
know.
guys to see if you'd be like, yeah, Dallas. I'd be like, oh, nope, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not a real fan.
Wrong. Little Elm, Texas. Wrong.
Yeah, no way.
Wrong. Pasadena, California. Not even close,
Wrong.
pal.
Not even close. Corpus Christi. Actually, kind of close.
Rice Krispie. Nope, that's not a place.
Nope,
That's a
that's
food.
not a place. Nice try. Nice try.
Krispy Kreme donuts.
That's a place,
Yes.
though, but
That's a
wrong.
place in
Yeah.
Texas.
Predictions, season 19.
Mm-hmm.
Now remember, some of these are real and some of these are predictions that we have, and you won't know the difference.
You won't know until you watch the entire season. You're like, oh, that hit, that didn't, that was real, that was fake.
Yeah. All right. Here's my prediction for season 19. Here's one of my predictions for season 19.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna fuck with Restaurant Wars again. I have a feeling that they're gonna fuck with Restaurant Wars again. It's not gonna be straight Restaurant Wars. There's gonna be some kind of twist
Mm-hmm.
or different thing to play with it, and I think we're not gonna like it, but they're gonna try it. Prediction.
Okay.
And what is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? It's gonna be Ice Cream Wars, and it's gonna be just ice cream shops. They have 24 hours to open up an ice cream shop. That's the war.
Mm.
Ice Cream Wars.
Ice cream wars. And again, we're trying not to talk about, things outside. And I know that's like it's on our listeners' mind, all the ice cream wars that are going on right now. But again, you are on a permanent vacation with us. Okay. No need to
A
worry.
lot of people said the last ice cream war was going to be the ice cream war to end them all.
Mm-hmm.
One day, some country's gonna make a cone so big.
Well, it's all about these. It's all
Prediction,
about
season 19.
it's all these countries, doing sprinkle proliferation.
Mm-hmm.
People keep hoarding sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, get rid of your sprinkles. How about that? So we're not fighting over them.
Exactly. Yeah. No one needs sprinkles except for us. We need a bunch. No one else needs them.
Yeah, no one else needs them. Besides, we're the only person who had the balls to use the sprinkles.
Season 19 predictions.
Predictions. They're gonna make a dog a judge,
Okay.
like a real good boy or good girl, equal opportunity employer,
Uh-huh.
and it's gonna be a judge, and they're gonna get the judge's table, and the dog is like in a bad mood, and the dog like. It was one of those dogs that like doesn't like everyone. It's maybe a smaller dog, similar
Yeah.
to my little chef at home, and he's kind of he'll point out that he doesn't like one of the chef's contestants, and he just starts barking aggressively at it chef's table,
Yep.
and so they have to the point where they have to remove the judge, and that becomes it goes viral.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean that's never happened on Top Chef. A judge
it's
being
never happened.
removed. I mean that'd be
Mhm.
huge. The tabloids.
Yes,
And now we know why Gail won't be at some of the episodes.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that's going to happen. Someone's going to quit.
Ooh,
Someone's going to quit mid-season.
Okay.
Someone's going to be stressed out by a challenge and be like, you know what? I can't handle the pressure. And someone else is going to be eliminated, but then they're going to step in and say, no, Tom, Padma, Gail, you look great. Send me home. I deserve to go home. Someone's going to quit.
Mhm.
Wow. And that's
Breadcrumb.
that's a bold prediction.
Mm-hmm. We haven't had a quitter in a couple of years.
No.
This feels like a quitting season.
I think on top of that, I am predicting, and I'm 100% sure, that someone will be medically evacuated
Mm-hmm.
via helicopter
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
from one of the challenges.
Yeah.
After an oven explodes in their face
Mm-hmm.
and they burn their whole skin off.
Okay.
Breadcrumb.
Yes.
Breadcrumbs. Follow
Yes.
the breadcrumbs.
Follow the crumbs.
Follow it.
Made with real flour.
Prediction. Season 19. Last chance. The winner of Last Chance Kitchen will not be Top Chef.
Okay.
Well, to piggyback on that, they had a black contestant go all the way to the end last year, and yeah, that was great for all the protests and stuff, but that won't be happening this year. I think the black contestants are all going to be gone very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going classical Top Chef this season.
Yeah. Well, that
Getting
was
back to their roots.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. Tom said, "We got to get back to our roots, and we
Yeah.
got to get rid of all the people of color early."
Said we cast 3 of them. That's already 3 spots we could have given to someone else. And so now they're like, you made the show, you can't complain. Now get them the fuck off the show. And then it's going to go back to like, you've got a lot of women and men. And then, I mean, they're probably going to have a man win again. But this
The
time, like
odds,
really back
yeah.
to the roots of like a white guy, a
Mhm.
pure white guy.
Pure.
That's that's my prediction. A purebred white guy will win this season.
There's only 2 that we know from looking, so who knows?
That's a lot for casting these days.
Mhm.
That's almost like they have a backup.
Tell me about it. Can't book anything in this city. Reeves, predictions.
Predictions. Padma will fart so loud that it will destroy her chair.
Oh man, to be a
She'll
chair.
blame it on Gail. And Gail will own up to it because she's a good friend.
Wow, that is a good friend.
Yeah.
Wow. So she like leans in. You're thinking it happens. Chair bursts into 1,000 pieces, splinters everywhere. Padme hits the ground.
She falls.
Face bright red, embarrassed.
She's like-
Excuse me.
She's like, Gail did that. That was Gail. Gail, you farted so loud. And Gail will look into her eyes, and Padma with tears in her eyes, as if to say, please help me in this moment. Gail will say, I'm sorry.
I'm
It
sorry.
was me.
And everyone's like, wow, it was Gail.
Wow, Gail farted so hard that it broke Padma's chair. But Gail's chair is standing still. Why is that?
Yeah.
And the
That's
prediction is
powerful.
that Gail has a reinforced chair because
Yeah.
this happens a lot.
Mhm.
Cement reinforced.
Prediction.
Hold on. I have to, on top of that prediction,
Yes.
this season will have, I mean, it's going to make the Feet Freaks nut.
Uh-huh.
That's the
Just in
that's the
general?
That's a
prediction.
prediction. It's going to make the Feet Freaks nut.
Okay.
All right. Prediction season 19. One of the challenges is going to focus heavily on a very underutilized meat, and that meat is human.
Oh. And will they have to like hunt and find, or will it be provided?
I think they will start the episode being taken to a place where,
Pig farm.
yes, and they will say, hunt these pigs
Mm-hmm.
and kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll do that, and they'll say, "Oh, that was fun." And they'll say, "You know what's similar to pig meat? Human meat." And then they'll
Mhm.
open the thing, and there's be slabs of human meat,
Yep.
and they will say, "Make them elevate a dish with human meat." And I
Mhm.
think that the contestants that trained in Germany will do better at this challenge than the other ones.
Yes, that's true. I would go right for if they had a buttocks or a rump. I mean, I'm making a rump roast.
Yeah,
What would I cook? Maybe some calf.
Yeah.
Calf feels like it would have like a nice texture, chewy to it.
Mhm.
So
We are
these-
talking about what part of a human would be the most tasty to cook,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said veal, human
Yes.
veal.
Yeah.
Yes.
And for me, I think it's clearly the breasts.
That's
Any
your
more
answer
for-
for
Why is it
everything.
clearly? Walk us through that.
Anymore.
Why is it
You
clear?
know, it's a fatty piece of meat,
Mm-hmm.
and you could render that fat, and then you know, make it into a salad, and I would call it titerones. Any other predictions for season 19?
Let's see here. Prediction. Prediction. Someone from every one of the previous seasons will be in the show this season.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone from every previous season will be in the show this season.
That's bold.
They're doing a massive amount of cameos this season.
Mhm.
People love cameos. I mean, the Spider-Man movie, Marvel, all they want to do is see other superheroes show up.
Yep.
Think about it. You're
Mhm.
watching Top Chef season 19. Frickin' Stephanie shows up from season 4.
Yeah. You gotta watch through the whole credits at the very
Yes.
end.
Yeah.
Tom, Padma, Gail are sitting in the judge's room talking about it, and all of a sudden it's like pans to the door opens. Stephanie walks through. She's like, I got some cooking left to do.
Mhm.
Blackout.
And then it says Stephanie will return in Top Chef
Yeah.
season 20.
Yeah.
And then also
2025.
and then also the raccoon shows up.
Mhm. Oh my
Rocket.
god, that rock is so funny.
He's so funny.
so funny. Oh man.
He's like he's a foul mouthed raccoon. Who thinks of this stuff? Who
And
thinks
you
of
know
this
what-
stuff?
You know what made me see the movie? Knowing that Sir Bradley Cooper was the one doing the voice. It's like,
Mhm.
am I going to see that movie if it's not him doing the voice? No.
Oh,
Fucking funniest guy I've ever seen in my life
yeah,
and heard.
yeah.
And if you're wondering what the movie's called, it's called Rocket the Raccoon Mixtape Volume 2.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look it up on hiphopmixtapes.com.
Datpiff.com.
Dat Biff, that's what it is. Shit. Fuck that reference up.
You sure
All right,
did.
let's go around. One last prediction for everyone for season 19. This could be, let's make this one your dark horse. This is your biggest and boldest
Ooh.
prediction. I want some left field predictions for season 19. I'll give you a second. I'll cut. Maybe this takes minutes. I'll cut it. It won't seem like minutes. You guys won't even know.
I've got it ready already.
Here we go. Swinging for the fences with this one.
You ready for this?
Yep.
Tom is going to directly challenge one of the Top Chef contestants in a challenge and lose.
Wow.
Mm.
That would be something to see.
Right?
Because we
If
know
one
that
of
he
the
beat them
Top
before
Chef-
in the Thanksgiving thing. He
Yeah.
wiped the floor with them. But to lose?
To lose? Ooh.
Monumentous.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, Reeves got one.
In the stew room,
Yes.
someone will get so drunk that they will go night night and sleep through judge's table, unaware that they've been eliminated. Wake up, go back to the Top Chef house. Hopefully, they still have that, and be escorted out by security. But they don't know that they've been eliminated.
They don't know what's going on.
and they
What are
keep
you
trying
doing?
to break into the show.
All right.
They just keep you see them at the door
Yeah.
of those clear glass doors. They're like, "Hey guys, I'm here
Yeah.
to do the challenge."
I'm still in the show. And that's going to be a little thread to lead into the next season afterwards.
Ah, okay. All right. My bold prediction for season 19. Padma and Gale will have a very, very violent falling out on camera towards the end of this season. It will build as the season starts. We'll see little hints of it. You'll see it. The tension's there. They'll get a little shorter with their what they're saying to each other, and then it's gonna blow up. And they're gonna out all the dirty laundry. Skeletons
Oh,
are out of the
man.
closet.
Mm.
It's all laid bare, and then they're gonna fight each other.
Even the feet.
laid bare feet.
And we did mention about how the feet freaks were going to be nutting, I think.
This might be when it happens.
You think we have some new listeners this episode?
We will next week, I think. So I hope we
Definitely
skip this
next
one.
week. Yeah. Like, I just wanted to listen to some normal show about Tom Jones. I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
I keep bringing these aren't real predictions, are they?
You don't know. Some of them were.
Mm,
Some of them weren't in predictions. Some of them
They don't know
were
that
from
we've
Tom
already
directly.
seen the season and we're playing along.
Yes.
It's
Yep.
Hollywood secret.
Yep. We could be purposely misleading you. We could have made the
Mhm.
breadcrumbs go the wrong way. We could have led them
Gobble them
straight
up.
to the old lady's house that's made out of candy. You can
Yes.
get cooked.
It could go right to the spot in the dark room that has a light on it, and as soon as you pick it up, the trap falls.
Yep.
mhm. Lead you right into the mouth of the wolf.
Yep.
Mhm.
Bing bong. You're in a wolf now.
Ding dong. Yep.
Bing bong, it's a wolf.
Bing
Open up.
bong. It's a wolf.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so those are our predictions.
Did it.
Let's move on to a segment called Chefs I Prepared for You. This is a segment we do every week where we talk about what we had last night and only last night and presented as if we're presented to the judges on Top Chef. I'll go first. Chefs I procured
Yes.
for
baby.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Sicilian pepperoni pizza
Ooh.
Okay.
from Wise Guys Pizza.
Wise
Alright.
guys.
Yeah.
All right.
And if I know Jamal, that bad boy had pepperoni on it.
I literally said pepperoni pizza. Didn't
You
I?
did not.
Sicilian
No, you said
pepperoni?
Sicilian
Okay.
pizza.
It had pepperoni on it, and you also know what else it didn't have on it.
Sauce?
Yeah.
no.
I thought a
sauce.
Sicilian pizza had sauce on top.
I specifically say take the sauce off. I say,
Mhm.
hey, what are you doing putting all this Italian sauce on the pizza? Huh? You're ruining the dough from Sicily.
You told them to give the sauce to somebody who wants
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I said I don't want the smoke on it. I also don't want the sauce.
Mhm.
So they delivered the pizza with no sauce.
They're
and
like,
it is
so
a
what am I
thing
gonna
of-
do with all this sauce? I got this big barrel of sauce back here. It's gotta go on the pizzas.
Save it for somebody else, Timmy.
He says, look, every night I have a specific amount of sauce that goes with pizza sold. If my numbers are off, my boss is going to come here and break my thumbs. He'll turn them out to the side and break both of them.
And I say, hey man, I hear you, but I can't have a pizza with all this sloppy sauce on it.
He goes home to his wife. Pack your bags. We gotta get
go.
out of
We
here.
gotta go.
I couldn't
then-
put a sauce on some of the
Yeah.
pizzas. They're gonna break my fucking thumbs.
She freaks out. She's like, I told you to stop serving him, Joey.
Well, you know what? You didn't say that when I was buying you a new car every year.
I didn't know this is what the pressure you under,
You
Joey.
didn't say that when you was getting new Versace pants every month.
Oh, you're throwing that in my face
Putting
now,
the
are you?
kids through private school. You didn't mind me cheating on the sauce then.
Kids crying in the background.
Dad, why did you serve the sauce?
Pack your bags. We're going to the Ozarks.
I told my friends that you serve it with the sauce.
I am watching Ozark. And it's
so I haven't seen it.
really good.
Is it? I might check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm really enjoying it.
I think you should, Reeves. I think
We
you will
binged
like
the
it.
first 3 seasons, and now we're watching the 4th season now, which is the current season. It's very
Oh,
good.
you guys had not seen it at all.
No. We
Oh,
watched one
good.
episode when it first came out. We're like, whatever. And then I watched more than the first episode by myself, and I was like, oh,
Yeah,
This is
it's very
good.
good. It's very good.
it's good.
It's Mr. Bateman,
It's all-
right?
Yes,
Mhm.
but
J-Bay.
That's my
but-
boy.
I like him.
it's really heavy Laura Linney too, and she's great.
Some people might say too, Laura Linney.
Okay, so
Those people
Jamal
don't like
Cooper.
sauce.
It's true.
Chefs,
Please.
I prepared for you beef stroganoff.
Okay,
Beef stroganoff.
egg noodles.
Egg noodles.
Hell
I have
yeah.
a question. Is the beef strong enough?
It was strong beef. I cut it up a bit so it wasn't too tough.
I assume it's Wagyu.
Wagyu beef.
I mean, because lobster doesn't cost that much, so I assume you were buying Wagyu beef for this beef stroganoff.
I did buy it on sale. There's a lot of chopped up beef for beef stew these days. So you can use it for that cubed. Yeah, so you can chop up a little more. Cook it. It was a little tough. I was a little disappointed with how that came out. But little ground mustard, some flour, some smoked paprika, all the good stuff.
Made the sauce yourself?
Oh yeah, I made the sauce myself.
Did you make
I'm-
a pan sauce?
The gravy.
Yeah, the gravy.
The gravy. I made it myself. Sour cream. What else
Wow.
is in it? Paprika.
Do you have a
Crow.
do you have a recipe to share for that? I'd be interested in that.
As I like to say,
New York
the
Times?
New York Times
Hell yeah.
never leads me wrong. Craig Caliborn, I think, had a good
Okay.
recipe.
Craig,
That's what I
wait,
did.
you said Craig Kilborn?
Yeah, Craig Kilborn.
Okay, so he's doing good. I'm glad to see he landed on his feet.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good.
My moment of zen.
Mm-hmm.
That was him, right? In the Daily Show.
Stewart did it, but I don't know if Kilborn did it.
Do I have the right Craig?
I don't think you did.
Who was the guy that started?
Show. He
Is
did
it
Daily
the
It's
first
Show.
one?
pronounced Colin Cowherd.
Yeah. No, that's a different show.
Colin Quinn. That's who I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
that's who
No,
you're
but he's
thinking
not Daily Show. Colin Quinn is
I
not Daily Show. Craig
Yeah.
of.
Kilborn.
He had his own show. Remember what it was called?
Yeah, it was called.
We can update the
It
show.
was called
No.
Last
The
Comic
Tough
Standing.
Crowd.
Tough Crowd.
Tough
That was a
Crowd,
good
that's
show.
right.
That was an amazing show. It was
Just
ahead
a
of its time.
Bunch of comics just chopping it up, much like we chop it up. I love beef stroganoff. I'm a big fan of egg noodles. What do you call a field full of cows jerking off? Beef stroganoff.
Yeah,
Yeah, keep that in. That
I
was
think
good.
we're.
Keep
I think
that
we
in.
fit into the company you described.
All right, chefs. Last night for dynamite dinner,
Oh.
my wife and I prepared Beyond Burgers with French fries,
So you warmed
and
them up. You warmed them up?
broccoli. It was a lot of warming up of things that are already made. The broccoli comes in a bag. You put that in a thing with some water, and you like steam that.
Mhm.
Fries come in a bag. You put that on a tray, throw it in the oven, heat it up.
Mhm.
The burgers come in a little plastic thing. Put it in the thing, heat it up. But I do add spices to the burger. I
Oh my
add
God.
salt, pepper,
Mm.
and then I
Brian.
usually add garlic powder and onion powder. I didn't have onion powder this time.
Hold on. This might be a culinary culprit. Did you put these burgers on a hot plate and like sear them a little bit? How'd
They
you
were just
cook
cooked entirely in a pan.
Mm.
But where though? On the top or in the oven? What? How'd
Top,
you cook them?
stovetop,
On the top. Okay.
on the range, if you will.
So Brian just committed a culinary sin. He said he seasoned them with salt and pepper and garlic. But what the listeners need to understand is if you are putting pepper on anything and then adding direct heat to it, the pepper will now burn and take
Mhm.
over all of the spices that you just put on that, rendering them all null and void. So, what do we know about pepper? It's a finishing spice.
Oh.
You got to finish with it, baby.
You finish with pepper. You don't cook with it unless you're making a sauce or a red sauce or a stew, but you don't put it on meat and then put the meat on fire.
I feel like they always put salt and pepper on like steaks and they put them on the grill.
Wrong. They finish with pepper. They put salt on. Maybe garlic salt and salt, but they don't put salt and pepper on.
You can learn something new every day, and that's what we call living as a human. Every day, something new.
Yeah.
My
Living
brain
as
doesn't
human.
go stagnant. If I didn't do that, my brain would get smooth.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
That's what I did, and we did that and watched AEW Dynamite. Good show. Good show.
Good show, brother.
I'm trying to take my heat, brother. Jamal's taking my heat, brother.
Plenty of heat out there tonight, brothers.
Well, there probably is because we were in Puerto Rico. And we'll be right back after this.
Ah.
I like that one.
And we're back. Season 5, episode 13 of Pod Chef. Season 4, episode 13 and 14 of Top Chef. So definitely press play on episode 13, season 4 right now.
Press it twice.
Because- Press it
Mhm.
twice because we'll actually press it 3 times.
Yep.
Because after we start talking, you got 2 episodes to get through, and it should line up perfectly with us finishing this that you finished 2 episodes. Okay.
Yes.
We're in Puerto Rico.
Yep. They
We're in
roll up.
San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Yeah, let me set the scene. Puerto Rico, day, morning,
Mhm.
airport.
It's been 6 months.
Yeah.
It's not usually that long, right?
No,
that
it's
seems
not.
so long.
They couldn't get a flight to Puerto Rico.
Mm-mm. They couldn't book any flights in that amount of time, so they had to push it out.
The
It had been
prices were
so
really high.
long. Yeah, so high. And they were like, we're not paying
Yeah.
for this. Let's all just wait until it gets lower and we can afford it.
The prices and the temps were too high.
Yeah. Then Lisa cut her hair.
She did.
Yeah, but we want to talk about that or no?
She cut her
We will
hair.
acknowledge it And
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
But
she
there it
was
is.
she was ready to play. She was like, new hairstyle, new me, same
Yeah.
excuses.
Everyone seemed stoked that she was there.
yeah, everyone really excited that Lisa's still
Yeah.
there. You got the heavy hitters. You got the 3 people that we all knew would be in the finals at the end, and that's Richard Blaze, Stephanie Izard, and
Antonia.
and Antonia.
Antonia.
And then of course there's Lisa,
And
Who-
Lisa's here as well.
Lisa's
who
there.
is there because she causes trouble.
Yep. She's literally there because she's good for the show. So their quickfire challenge. They had to cook with plantains.
Love a plantain.
Me too.
There's nothing plain about a plantain. So 6 months after the previous episode in Chicago, the chefs arrived in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Each chef had to make fritters, using plantains as the primary ingredient.
Love them. I love
Mhm.
other countries do these things. Italy does this too. I think Spain does this too. They have like a particular set of food that is just for pre-dinner when you're drinking.
Mhm.
That's what this
Nice.
is. Italy has it too. I forget what the name of it is there, but it's just like these are little foods that you eat when you drink before your dinner. Because in Italy you eat dinner at like 8 p.m.
Uh-huh.
So you drink wine and eat snacks at 6 p.m.
Mhm.
Everywhere in Europe, you have dinner basically at midnight.
Yeah, they love to eat late.
and
they're-
then you
they're
wake
looking
up
at-
at 9 p.m.
They're eating at
9
9 p.m. The kids are drinking wine.
Yep.
They're trying
Yeah.
to go to
Everyone's
bed for school.
sloshed. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you go out to a discotheque 3 a.m.
Mhm.
The
Come
Yeah.
back
kids are there
home.
too.
Yeah.
The
Take
kids
a
are
nap.
like just trying to go to bed because they got school the next day.
Mhm.
Take a nap, wake up. School starts 10:30.
Yeah.
You go to school from 10:30 to 2. Start all over again.
Then the vicious cycle continues.
What a life.
Vicious.
I'm in bed by 8 o'clock, but I do eat Cheetos before my dinner. So
That's
that's
the American version of
Yeah.
these fruturas.
Yeah.
Cheetos.
Mhm.
And maybe a non-alcoholic beer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Glass of white wine if I'm feeling fancy.
Have you ever had plantains raw?
No, I like them when they're fried and covered in sweet, and they're very sweet. That's what I
Yeah,
like them the
I've
best.
never had them raw either.
Or in chip form. They're good chips too.
Yes.
Never had that either.
Tostones? Tostones? I think that's what it is.
The
When
little
you
fried
smash
ones.
them down. Yeah. I made those before. They're good. I was worried the whole time that Blaze was going to get sunburnt. I got very worried about him. I was like, that skin is not meant to be in the
No.
open sunlight like that.
He was wearing white
Unprotected.
everything.
Too
Mm.
close to the equator.
You know how I wasn't worried about getting sunburned? Lisa. I forgot she was there.
Yeah.
So the girl in the goat wins. She wins. What does she make? Let's see what she makes. She makes tostones with seared tuna, pork and shrimp fritter with brown butter and lime and basil sauce. That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
So she wins, and she, has a leg up now because she's going into these finals as still laying down the heat on these contestants and winning. They have a little bit of a surprise for them for the elimination. What do? They bring back some past contestants, and Stephanie gets to pick the sous chefs.
She does.
Oh, I thought you guys had something for that.
Lisa doesn't want Dale, and that's fine because Dale doesn't want Lisa either.
Yeah. Lisa doesn't want Andrew to. She's
Yeah.
made a lot of enemies. That's the takeaway.
Yeah.
Yes, she
Yeah,
has.
not a lot of choices, she said.
Please, everyone, take note. In this scene, we get something new to the show, and that is Dale's fucking hat, which rules. And he's wearing it in his talking head and on the episode, and it's awesome, and it's big, and it's backwards, and it rules.
And it's got a D for Dale.
Yes, it is fantastic.
It's awesome.
Nothing is better. I'm so glad that we get more of Dale's confession segments because he's so laid back in that chair with his hat on. He's awesome.
He's talking about some kind of I don't know if it's plantains or whatever.
Yeah,
It's
they
like,
eat them.
do
They
it-
eat them
it's
like
they look rotten.
Yeah.
They're rotten. Dude,
Black
they look
plantains.
rotten. Yeah, black. They're rotten, basically. And I take on
They
my
look
good food, but they look rotten, dude.
Yeah.
They're rotten.
Other people think they look rotten,
Yeah.
but they taste like candy.
love it. So cool. I love Dale.
Yeah.
Dale
He's a
fucking
great
won me
this season.
over.
Yeah.
So yeah, while their sous chefs are shopping for food, the contestants have to butcher a whole pig.
Gross.
And
Again.
Antonio, yeah,
Another episode where I do not like cooking anymore. This is gross and
Hey,
yucky.
they made it
Mhm.
easy on you. They took
Yeah.
out the eyes.
Yeah, it's not looking at you.
Yeah. Take
Right.
out
I
the
just know
eyes.
where they are. Like, it's
And-
like it doesn't help.
Unlike in the next season where there's an animal that's on TV with its shoes still on, they took off the shoes of the pig too. So there's at least that.
Mhm.
Let's just get right to it. Blaze brings a secret ingredient. Let's listen.
And it's really bad. Actually, one of the secret ingredients that I brought is a roll of bright green painter's tape.
Blaze, can I use your tape?
It's gonna help me stay organized the whole way through.
Oh, that's an ingredient? You're going to eat the freaking painter's tape?
Yeah. What is this with your pork? This green guy won't stop.
Who let this magician into the judge's table?
Why is there a bunch of tape that's rolled out to 6 inches?
You know that Blaze also likes magic too. I
Oh,
like magic, so
totally.
I'm not making fun of him for this, but he looks like a guy who likes magic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But Blaze's interpretation is, well, they said ingredients, but they didn't say ingredients to winning.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They didn't say it had to be ingredients that you eat. This is one of the ingredients I'm bringing to win.
Mhm.
Even though he doesn't, he fucking chokes.
Yep. He chokes. He has Spike as his partner, right? And he's like,
Mhm.
listen, this is a partnership. You're not a sous chef. This is a partnership. I mean,
Yeah.
in reality, I will be the one taking home all the prizes.
Yeah.
I get all the benefits, but this is a partnership, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
This you don't get a lot out of these like past contestants coming back, but we do get Andrew in the market.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We get his explanation of how he tries to speak Spanish to people, which
Mhm.
he says the color, and then he like mimes the shape.
Yeah, he does a
Mhm.
shape.
Sometimes it works, and then sometimes he says something very offensive, and it's in his confessional.
He so we get what, 2 episodes out of the 3 that we watched where he's in it, and he says bad things in both of them. So maybe he's learned from it. It was a different time, but
It's
yeah,
a much different time.
It's some not great
Yeah.
stuff.
So Dale leaves the pork belly
He
out all
fucked
night.
up so bad.
Left the pork belly out. I mean, that's a major protein
Yeah,
to leave
Yeah.
out.
it's
After
gross.
butchering that pig too.
And
So
it seemed like Stephanie kind of like it seemed like if this was her restaurant,
she might use it because
she
she
would have
didn't.
used it.
She didn't know how hot it got.
But what?
Mm-hmm.
But what is the temperature that her restaurant's at in the kitchen?
32 degrees.
Okay,
32.
all right. So the whole
32.
kitchen's 32 degrees.
The
Okay.
whole kitchen is basically
Sh-
a
Chicago.
fridge.
First,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's yeah.
She
Just
just
the
opens the
window
windows.
open. Yeah, she keeps the windows open in the winter, and it's just like this is so much more refrigeration space because it's literally everywhere in here.
Yeah, but here we're in Puerto Rico, where as I can look and see, Blaze is just burnt to a crisp. It is
Yeah.
hot here.
Yeah,
Mhm.
gotta throw out this pork belly.
Blaze does come in the second day, and he is like, as they're talking to people, he's putting on sunscreen
Hmm.
in
Yeah.
the kitchen. He's like, "Guys, we have to talk about a blaze, huh?"
Yeah, can never be
Mhm.
too careful.
Yeah.
Then Dale comes up with a chicharrones salad, which
Mhm.
the judges love.
They
I
ate it
love
up.
a salad that's like papaya and mango little strands.
Mhm.
Like I
Oh,
love
yeah.
a papaya salad from like a Thai
Mm.
place. I bet this was
Yeah.
great.
So, did anyone notice Lisa was tearing the pork with her bare hands when they were getting ready to serve? They did that little cutaway, and she was literally with her hands in the big serving tray, just
Mhm.
tearing the food with her bare hands. And she was outside, no sink around.
Mm-mm.
That was my biggest concern. I was like, "Well, how are you washing your hands after this? How are you?"
Food preparation in other countries is different than America, and that's why sometimes you go to a place and you get a little sick because your belly's not used to
Mm.
the different natural germs and that occur in these other countries.
Mm.
Like maybe you go to Mexico and you spend a good portion of it on the can, just because just the germs are different. You know,
Germs
Huh.
are different
germs are different.
depending
Germs
on
are
where you
different.
go. I saw her do that too. It's funny. It's funny to me that they didn't
Uh-huh.
get angry at that, but they got angry at that Irishman in the first season.
Yeah,
Isn't that interesting?
isn't that interesting?
Huh.
Huh?
I saw you put all of your hands in the pork. Did you throw the pork out?
Yeah. Bring him back for the
Yeah.
finale.
I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
But they got
Ken.
rid of him because of that.
Ken.
Oh,
Ken.
Ken, that's right.
We know Ken.
Did you throw the pork out?
Did you throw this pork out?
That's right.
No, I served it. I'll take the hit. I served it.
Yeah.
I'll take the hit.
Shit. Did you like it? Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
but-
thought.
Yeah, I did. All right, I'm going to try this, and if it's bad, we'll just remove it. Stephanie and Antonia made yucca, and it's making the judges puka.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah.
I like it.
I like it.
Let's just fast forward. Richard wins.
But it's much easier because it is yucca, which automatically already has the word yuck in it.
Yes.
I
So
thought it was
Richard
yucca.
wins,
I
and
thought
what
it was
Richard-
yucca. Wait a minute. I thought it was yucca.
It's yucca. Richard wins. Wait, Reeves, what is it?
Yucca, right?
I
Yucca
thought
plant?
it is yucca.
Like yucca fries.
Yucca.
Yeah,
fries.
yucca fries.
I've always said yucca.
Okay, and he's
But
getting
I
his
also,
yucks out
but I
now.
also, my dad is Fozzie Bear, so
Okay.
This is all-
yucca.
If I'm wrong on two things,
It's my mom told me that my dad was Fozzie Bear. She put it in front of the TV and she said, "Here's your father," and it was Fozzie Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
Oh, we're gonna get the.
yucca.
I'm
Yucca.
taking my shirt off and putting it over my face, and I'm doing the soccer thing.
Okay.
Oh wow. Huh.
So yucca's making me paka? Nah, that doesn't work.
So-
all right.
Richard has to figure out how to get a car home.
Oh,
Puerto
Brian,
Rico.
hold on a second, Brian. He wins a 2009 Toyota Corolla. That thing drives itself. Okay, so he doesn't have to worry about anything about getting that car home because he just takes the bridge from Puerto Rico back to Florida and he's fine.
Mm-hmm. Drive it all the way there.
Yep.
He's like, "Cool, I have a car in Puerto Rico now."
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be shipped back. You just gotta pay the taxes.
That's so. What are they doing here? There's no way they're gonna ship it back.
They're shipping it
They
back.
ship it back. They do this, or they used to do it
Yeah.
all the time on Survivor
Yeah.
too. Is they just put it on a little boat
Put
and
a
they
little
just
thing.
push the boat out into the
Push the
ocean,
boat there,
and
and
eventually it
it-
gets there.
Eventually gets there.
Yeah.
It just like show Blaze a picture of a car and be like, "That's waiting for you at home."
Mhm.
And then he
Nah,
can put it up in his locker. And it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
this thing. This is what I'm doing it for. That's waiting for me on the other side.
Yeah.
When I
You
get
got a little
home.
sweetie back at home for you, waiting for you.
Mhm.
Look at this.
2009 Toyota Corolla,
That
baby.
one's mine. That's my sweetheart.
Is she fully loaded? No, it's stock. Just like I like it.
She told me she'd be waiting for me.
So we're gonna play two clips here now, and one of them is Antonia going home because she was eliminated, and then the clip after it is literally the ending of any kind of support for Lisa. So let's play Antonia.
Antonia, please pack your knives and go.
Thank you.
Chef. Thank you. And Lisa, congratulations.
Thank you very much. You won't be disappointed.
Thank you.
Coming all this way to make such a silly mistake is sad. I don't want to go home. My entire heart was invested in it. My daughter is the only person, honestly, who could just make me feel better. She means more to me than anything else.
It's been great.
I should.
I know I'm a good chef. I just wasn't ready to pack my knives and go.
Okay, so that's Antonia. She's gone home. It's very sad. everyone's literally thinking about, man, Antonia's going home. This is so sad and depressing and stuff. And they're like, oh, I can't. I'm just crushed that she's going home. It's such a tough competition. We've all tried so hard. And this is what Lisa says immediately in this moment.
I know you guys are upset that Antonia's leaving, but a congratulations would have been a little bit nice.
Sorry, congratulations.
I'm just tired. Congratulations.
I get it, but it just makes me feel like you guys feel that the wrong person went home. So. This isn't a popularity contest. You can have your opinions, but the bottom line is that people really enjoyed my dishes, and forget about the friendships for right now. Being a fellow chef, you should congratulate me on it.
What did you expect? I don't understand that. You won the bronze medal. Congratulations. There you go.
We thought that Richard Blaze was burnt, but he was just saving the fire for fucking Lisa's ass.
It would have been so great if he had said that to her face.
To her face.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been as kind as they were. I would have been like, okay, congratulations, you're in the finals by default.
It's so in the next episode, Lisa and Stephanie kind of have a conversation where Stephanie freaks out a little bit about something. And Lisa's like, you need to be confident. Like, Stephanie's not confident. And I'm like, you guys have the opposite problem. Stephanie should have more confidence because she's great, but maybe that's part of what keeps her balanced. Lisa has far too much confidence.
Too much, way too much.
To the point where it gets in the way of her personal relationships. And because I would try to put myself in her shoes of like, in what scenario would I be like, I should be congratulated? And I can't think of one that I would ever say that to someone. So I think maybe she's just feeling insecure, possibly, but also just overly confident. She thinks she's going to win. Nope.
No, she doesn't understand. She's only there because she adds drama to the finale. Otherwise, it's like three friends cooking.
I think they could either have gone either way with Antonia or Lisa, and they're like, we want the TV to be good, so we picked Lisa.
That was a TV decision all the way.
Don't cook beans. Beans are, it's like rice, beans, stuff like that. Beans are always undercooked and stuff like that.
Bad idea.
Beans isn't a thing. Yeah.
So the finale, the challenge, the final challenge, and you should be on episode 14 now.
It's called Finale Part 2, right?
Yes.
No, it's just called Finale.
It's called Finale Part 2.
Part 2.
But the first episode is just called Puerto Rico.
Where's Part 1?
Where's Part 1?
Missing episode. Footage not found.
Well, the finale is just straight cooking.
We're just cook the best meal of your life.
4-course progression meal. And you have to make a dessert. It's just bare bones. Show me what you got. And they get some famous sous chefs this time instead of the other sous chefs. They get a bunch of big hitters, and I don't have all their names.
The Ripper is back.
You got frickin' Eric the Ripper. Bonjour. Dan Barber, who's on Chef's Table. He's really good.
I keep meaning to go to his place, but it costs too much money and impossible to get a seat there.
Yes, all of those things. Same situation. And then
that's why I won't go.
Yeah, me too. And then April Bloomfield is the other one.
And it is funny because, Chef Rupert is learning about Richard's nitrogen techniques, and Lisa is like, I don't need that stuff. But let's listen to what Chef Rupert and Blaze have to say.
I've never seen such a technique. As a chef, the day you don't learn anymore, it means you're so egomaniac, you're blind. It just freeze it.
Yeah, so like ice cream, but into pearls. I think I just showed Eric Ripert something that he hasn't seen before. That's fucking cool.
And it was fucking cool because Chef Rupert looked like a little student again, like, man, I want to take this back and do something with this in my restaurant. But right before that, we had Lisa talking about how stupid it was and how we're just different and we don't cook the same way. Well, yeah, but then again, it kind of makes you sound dumb when Chef Rupert is like, I would absolutely learn every single day if I could.
Every single day. And that's why he wears the white hat, because he's always a white belt, always learning.
And that's what separates the top dogs.
I feel like what the Ripper, I think his English isn't quite great. So what he was trying to say is that Richard showed him multiple things he had never seen before today, because yes, he showed him the way to make ice cream quicker with the nitrous. What is it?
Liquid nitrogen.
Liquid nitrogen. But he also showed him that cool thing you can do with a lighter, where you could like spin around and light it on your pants. Rupert had never seen that before.
He was like, "Whoa!" And then it was just like Blaze kind of realized, he was like, "Oh, I kind of got a guy that hasn't seen a lot of stuff." So like every now and again, he would kind of like make eyes at him and kind of do his head nod, and he'd like pull him to the corner, and then he'd do the thing with his fingers where he like puts his hands together, turns one finger and turns to the side. He's got two fingers, and Eric's like,
"Oh,
suck it, blood."
There was a time when he was showing him something and he was cutting stuff and he said, "Oh no, I lost my thumb. Look at this."
Yeah.
And his thumb was coming.
Oh no, it's dead.
Yeah.
The thumb is no more.
And he's like, no, it's fine. I'll put it back together. Watch. And he put it back together.
This is why I'm always learning. This is why I do the show.
Lisa's over there like, this is so stupid.
Yeah. Stephanie kept having to pull Eric back in where she's like, can you please cut this fish the way that I want?
I'm sorry, but he's crazy over here.
He's trying to micromanage me, and I'm learning about losing my thumb.
Do you know that there is a man who is magic here today? Quarter behind his ear. No!
I could have used that.
Yeah, Stephanie was trying to get him to cut fish the right way, and he clearly didn't like that.
Yeah.
He's very famous for fish.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to cut fish, lady. So Tom throws him a curveball, obviously.
Your sous chefs are not coming into work today. From this point on, you are completely on your own. The judges wanted to make sure that you live and die by your own hand. This is not only the most important meal you've cooked in your life, but probably the toughest. And whoever wins today will have truly earned themselves the title of top chef. Okay? Good luck. See you later.
So they got to cook now on their own on the second day. Everything's on their own. You got no sous chefs. They called in sick. They got fired. No show, no call, no
Typical
no
French
job.
on strike.
Yep. So I forgot to mention, Stephanie said something funny. It was very funny, and she delivered it perfectly. She was like, I'm surprised to see Lisa getting along with her sous chef because she doesn't really get along with anybody, if you guys remember. And it felt like she was talking to the camera when she said that.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
I do like how big Tom made this moment. Like, he really made a meal out of what he had to tell these people. He said, we want to make sure that you live and die by your own hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If this isn't the biggest meal of your life, it truly is. It truly needs to be the most intense.
Yeah. And
he looked right at Lisa.
He finished it up by taking it. He, had a huge sword in his hand, and he stabbed it into the ground. He said,
who among you dare pull the sword
from the stone? Pull it, and yet he lead England for the next 100 years. Lisa wasn't tense at all.
My dishes reflect me, so hopefully the judges like them.
It's tense, huh?
Yeah. I'm not tense. I was just thinking to myself, I wonder why nobody's talking.
You think she gets it? Like,
I
the
think,
two... Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how, because I've met Lisa's before, if that makes sense. Like, someone who's like, almost it's like they're going out of their way to make the rest of the group uncomfortable. Like, they know that the rest of the group isn't digging their shit. And it's like, everything I say is going to be contrary to what other people say. And it's like, maybe just leave it.
We've all met a Lisa.
Yeah.
And we keep that person at a distance. So she's not tense because I don't think she understands that she's going up against the two best chefs in the season, and she really hasn't earned the spot to be there because she was in the bottom for like 4 weeks before getting here.
Is this the part when Lisa tells Stephanie that she needs to like? No, that was after the.
That was after, I think.
Yeah.
They do the courses, and this is just based on how they edited the judges' reactions, but I have it as Stephanie winning the first course, Lisa winning the second course, Stephanie winning the third course, and then Richard winning the dessert by doing the same dessert he did earlier on.
That motherfucker has done that
many
3 times.
He's done it so many times. I love when Pamela was like, "You've done it before," and he's like, "Yeah, variation of it."
Yeah,
variation
of it. Different,
yeah.
though.
This is like slightly different.
There's
like
different
more
banana.
cinnamon.
Banana.
I use plantains this time.
I eat a banana every morning before I go out as breakfast.
Yeah.
This meal that he makes, his dessert is so dated. Like, the idea of bacon ice cream is so this moment in time.
Yeah.
Oh, bacon ice cream, bacon Pop-Tart. And it was like everywhere. And bacon was your spirit animal, which we don't say anymore.
No. Yeah. So Lisa won probably 1, Stephanie won 2, and then Blaze won the last one. It is surprising that it's like the one that he wins is the dessert.
But it also, he was acting like he didn't really have a menu. He was just like, I'm making all this stuff and I'm going to put it together on the fly. But it's like, why didn't he like put a menu together?
Future Top Chef contestants who I know listen to the show. Harold,
listen up.
We know you're listening. You get to come back and do it again.
Hung, you're listening.
Yeah, Hung. Hello. If you were in the finale, come with meals prepared for the best meal of your life.
You had
Do
6
not
months.
make it up on the spot. We've seen it before. It happens later where some people, I mean, it happened this past season where some people were like, I'm going to like be inspired on the spot. Don't do that. Just come in with a plan and execute the plan. And then you'll probably win. Yeah. I get the idea of like, I want to be inspired and like being that kind of person of like, I want to like get the thing in the moment and then get excited about it and execute it. Don't do that in this situation. Come up with something ahead of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Try it, workshop it, feed it to your family, feed it to your chef friends.
Dogs.
Feed it to the, well, we know there's going to, we don't know. Sorry, we don't know.
Yes.
We predict there will be a dog judge this season. So yeah, feed it to a dog. The dog likes it. You might win over the dog judge.
You might win over the dog judge. Because
you might win over the dog judge. I know you like Seinfeld.
If you feed your Top Chef plan menu to your dog at home, you might win Top Chef. Is he alive? Foxworthy, is he still around?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I think him and Reba will live forever.
Let's listen to Blaze. He choked.
Yeah, sure, I'll say it. I mean, I feel like I, choked a little bit, so.
Where do you think you choked?
I think I overthought things too much. So, I think when I'm at my best, it's when I'm not thinking. And I think that, it wasn't certainly, my top performance that I've had so far on the show, so.
I'm inclined to agree with you, old chap.
And right prior to that, what prompted him to say this is Tom was looking at him and he was doing the Spike Lee choke thing, to his Reggie Miller, and Blaze was like, yeah, I did choke. I see it. I did do it. I choked all over my food. That's why it tastes so yucky.
Yeah.
All right, I'll say it. I didn't put the toilet seat down.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
I overthought it.
Gail fell in.
Okay, fine. I'll come clean. I did forget to turn off the stove.
It's
all right.
Yeah.
And that's why the house burned down. All right, you happy now?
What if he had admitted to sabotaging Lisa's rice?
That would be so great.
I'll admit it. I cranked up Lisa's burner.
I
and fucked her
turned up
rice
your burner. I hate your rice.
And then we go back and the show shows us all the times where they saw Blaze fucking with stuff. And it's just one of them whodunits.
Yeah.
And then the guy comes out from Knives Up and he's like, oh, this is what we found the killer. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had it first. I was
you did. You
rolling.
No, I get what you're saying. I just started thinking about Knives Out, and I was like, what a great movie! So many celebrities in that movie. I love it when a movie is filled with celebrities because then it's like it feels good. Like I feel like I'm being taken care of.
Yeah,
I always wait for the article to come out afterwards where they complain about who was paid what.
Yeah. I just like it because it's going to be good. Because why else would so many celebrities agree to it if it wasn't good?
Yes.
Yeah, it couldn't be that they all owed the same director what's the word? Favor. Let's listen to Stephanie Wynn.
Yep. Favor.
Stephanie. You are Top Chef.
What? Really?
Congratulations.
Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Congrats.
Thanks. Thanks, Fred.
I won Top Chef. Holy shit, really. It's the biggest thing that's happened in my life. My life is about to change. It's going to be absolutely insane.
That was a long one, huh?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Honestly, amazing job.
I was just hoping. In my mind, I was like, there's a really good shot that I can take this. And then she said Stephanie's name, and I was just like, F***. This whole journey's been, awesome. I'm proud of the dishes that I've done, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm always going to do.
Just the disappointment. You're like almost being there,
losing at the last second, it sucks. That's why it's tough too, because you put your whole heart into it, and then it doesn't work out. And one thing that's good about this is to kind of refocus, just keep doing what I love to do. So the future's bright for sure. Cut.
His future is bright because he comes back to Top Chef in the future a lot.
Oh yeah, he does
a lot,
pretty well.
Yeah.
I did.
And he
feel
hosts
for
that
him.
show that we tried watching.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Snowpiercer show that's up and down.
Snowpiercer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Snowpiercer. There is a moment before that they go back out and find out Stephanie won, where Lisa says to Stephanie, like, "Hey, I think you nailed the first, 1 and 2 or 1 and 3 meals," and it's like, "I think I got 2 and 4," and then it cuts to Blaze, and he's just kind of like looking at the floor
because he's like, "Get me out of this room."
Yeah. When Padma says Stephanie, Blaze's face is just so heartbroken. Like, he's devastated. He can't hide it. There's no like being happy for Stephanie. It's just like, fuck, I lost this. Because I really think he did. I think he knows it. I mean, he said it. Like, he'll admit it. This was his to
lose.
Yeah, this was his to lose.
Yeah,
and he lost it.
If only he had, I don't know, maybe done banana scallops for all 4 courses.
Hey, that might have worked.
Yeah,
look at Tom loved it.
He just made one of them hot.
Yeah.
You don't know which one is scallop and which one's banana. That's fun.
Yeah.
Congrats, Stephanie.
Congratulations, Stephanie, for the win, the W. We're going to come to your restaurant at some point in time.
Again, we've done it before. It was really good. Congrats on opening up a new one in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when we're there, we'll be sure to obviously stop by because we're all friends. We'll talk Top Chef stuff, obviously.
Yes. Nice.
And you'll probably pay for Encompass seats and tickets and stuff.
Briggs, any thoughts from watching the reunion that you want to share with us?
No. I mean, like I said before, there were some offensive jokes. I feel like a lot of these reunions are that because they're kind of like put in a spot where they have to answer uncomfortable questions, and then like these jokes that don't date well come out. So there's a lot of that.
They said the N-word, right?
Yes, multiple times. I think the only semi-interesting thing is they asked Jen and Zoe like their relationship status, and they looked at each other, and then they were like, "It's been a little rocky," and then they were like, "We don't want to talk about our relationship anymore."
Huh.
So, okay, things
that
are
was
rough.
this season.
That was this season.
Yeah. Do you want to do a segment of that was this season?
We could do it. We don't have clips. Should we do that? No. This is already kind of long.
Brian is lying. Hit us with it.
Oh, I've only ever seen the Lord of the Rings: Return of the King one time in theaters.
Jesus,
worth the wait.
That's why.
Go ahead, Reeves. Where are they now?
Okay, so Stephanie, we already talked about her. She lives in LA. She's married, and of course, she has Girl and the Goat. The Little Goat's another one. She's got a book. She competed in and won Iron Chef Gauntlet. She's done very well. Everyone knows Stephanie. Again, Blaze. Yes, lots of. Oh, have you read it?
What?
The book? Is that what you're talking about?
No. She has a line of sauces. You can like buy her sauce and spices and stuff.
Yeah, she's an enterprise. She's doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
Blaze obviously does very well. Has lots of shows. He has a podcast.
Ooh,
we should get Blaze on.
And we should get him on.
Coward.
It's called you're a coward. Starving for Attention. Obviously, lives in LA. Same thing as he's everyone knows about Blaze. He's done very well for himself. Lisa, harder to find, but she has a restaurant in Brooklyn called Sweet Chili.
Sweet Chili.
Yes.
With an I or a Y?
With an I.
While you look that up, I'll tell you my moment of
Yes.
joy. It was after the show last week. Went out and had drinks with friends until like 2 a.m. and we got hammered.
Hell yeah.
I tried texting Jamal and he was like, I'm in bed. And it was like 2 p.m.
The next
Folks-
day.
Folks, hangovers when you're after 30 are not easy. They're hard.
Not fun.
Brutal.
Not fun. All right. Well, that's it for this season.
That's the whole season, guys.
That's the whole season. And next time you see us or hear us, we will be doing live Top Chef Houston season, and we might have some guests.
We're trying to bring them back for you guys. We know you guys
So-
love the guests.
So until
Did anyone
next
listen to the
time,
full episode last week? Didn't get to the very end?
leave a review if you did.
I brought the Spider-Man theme back.
It was nice. I liked it. Very loud. Scared the shit out of me.
Oh my god! There's one thing I wanted to make in this whole episode. There's one joke I wanted to make, and I didn't do it, so I'll do it now.
Oh boy.
There was bird noises the whole time when they're doing Judge's Table, which is like when Jamal tells a boring story.
And you do the noises in the background?
Yeah, I didn't do that. This was already there. Maybe that's where I got the idea from.
And is this the time to use those noises to kind of go put us out on?
Maybe, or maybe I should do the Spider-Man theme again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna pack on.
It's a good theme.